the cell phone camera, and you take it at the setting, not the rising, and you can see too. Well, that second one now has come into almost the same harmony with that first one, and with all the chemtrails and fog that they're putting up in false clouds, it's kind of hard to see, but you can feel the effect. And magnetic energy always feels cold. It's very vibrant, but it feels cold to the body till it resonates with the friction of chi, or the energy field. So other than that, it simply means that, as I understand it, our planet is graduating. We're now entering into the outer fringes of the fourth dimension. That's why people see shadow people. They begin to discover planets they didn't know were there before, because those planets were on a frequency too high for us. But as we raise in vibration, as individuals do, they see more, they become more, they are more. For those who are not going to become more and bring out the best they can be, and that doesn't mean by joining the Marines. It means by joining the consciousness of Universal Creator's mind. When you do this, certain facilities within your body will begin to function better. Dreaming in color, precognition, knowing somebody's going to call and they do. All these things are showing you that you're going forth. If these things are not happening, you've gone backwards. And that could be from the bad food, from being ignorant enough to take the shots, thinking that the shots can help you, by taking, again, drinking the water that's got contamination of fluoride and chlorine and mercury. Food is genetically modified, and even the very air we breathe. Now they're putting chemtrails up into it, which contain titanium, barium, and aluminum, and that's bad for your body. So everything on this planet is being worked for bad, but the Creator has said, the planet has said, I want to be good. So for all of those problems, there are solutions. There's ways of cleaning up the chemtrails. There's ways, as I say, of taking out the bad things in the food, cleaning up your water, cleaning up your brain, your mind, and your soul. The thing is, you have to want to, have to be disciplined enough to do those things you know are right. And as the other people say, when they begin to do the wrong thing, you can't do the right way in the wrong world, but you can do the wrong world, the right thing, if you understand who you are and make this a better place. I think it was Michael Jackson said that, and they took him out for that, but he's now stronger than he ever was, because in the heavenly realms, people still remember him. That's the end of it.
Dr. Blair, what planet do melanated people come from, or what galaxy? We're outside of this third dimension.
Well, melanated people, per se, are, let's put it a different way. Melanin is everywhere. Everything stems from melanin. That's why they say everything is absorbed into a black hole. Every light comes from darkness. Everything stems from the black hole. Everything stems from darkness. This is why darkness is not to be feared. The absorption of all rays makes darkness, but all rays still exist within that darkness, which means that even though it seems light to us because we're in a different spectrum vibration, it is very light once you're in the darkness. This is why melanin is a gift from the Universal Prime Creator. When you have melanin and a gland to actually produce and help understand melanin, the pineal gland, you are triply blessed. Now, it's been said that all galaxies that are dark have dark matter, and dark matter is what melanin is. Some say Sirius, some say Andromeda, some say Arcturus, some say many. There are many galaxies that have blackness and people and things, because there's some blackness. See, for one thing, too, melanin actually is dark green color. It is chlorophyll. It is a life-giving source. There are many creatures and things that don't look like you but are dark and matter. If you have that, you have some melanin within you. That's what melanin generates. So whether or not it be those systems that I mentioned, or whether they be in existence in even other heavens, because I understand there might even be more than one universe and multi-universes. So it's very hard for me to say. But as history shows here, as affecting this solar system, it's been mainly Sirius, it's been Canis Major and Canis Minor, it's been Andromeda, it's been Arcturus, it's been many systems. In fact, it's been said that there is a brother-sisterhood out there that's called the Galactic Confederation, which is versus what is called the Pact. The Pact is made by Dracons and evil-dwelling people. Some even have melanin, unfortunately, but it's been misused, versus those who are seeking the light of consciousness, not the darkness, again, of despair. The darkness is what you must enter into with light, and then you qualify. Other than that, you're under a sun. You can only go so far, and we're about to, as I say, to lose our sun, which is going to get brighter, and we'll become, and say, in fact, on the nth degree, planets become suns if they raise their consciousness enough, and you get a chance to even express that. Different way I know it, but this is how I understand it.
What's the use of incarnated down here to the third dimension?
Well, reincarnation, of course, I think everybody in your audience would understand that, but just so we're on the same page. To reincarnate, you have to redo something. Re reincarnation, which means simply to enter again into the meat body on the iron of strata of stratification, simply meaning reincarnate, come again into the flesh or the meat, incarnation, and then it means the ion or strata of belief. This is incarnation. So it means to enter once again into the third dimension, to undergo that you have not been able to graduate before because your vibrations are still too low. So it simply means that if we were here before and we're back again, it's because we have a lesson to learn. In few cases, it's to volunteer to correct a karma, because nobody understood at one time that wherever is karma, there's dharma, but it's not the only way to re-erection or re-inter-erection or reinstitution. It simply means that karma means to get to, on the physical plane, to undo or to redo or to understand something you did wrong. But they also taught dharma. And dharma means that once you mentally, spiritually understand it, there's no need to go through it but one more time. You can't escape the physical reality, if you want to call physicality a reality. It means that you must still come again to see what you said you were going to do when your soul was free, if you can do it encased in the body and correct those wrongs. So that is pretty much what is called reincarnation, to redo it again till you get it straight, or in this case, reincarnation is going to stop because our planet is going from the third to the fifth dimension. So this is really much the last cycle to get it right. This is why people feel that desperation and feel that time is speeding up, and it is. Days are flying by, because as we get there, you're going to hear people say things. And I told this to people last year, and they already said, "Man, how did you know this? I never thought I'd hear somebody say this." You're seeing things being said. You know, you got this David Letterman, and you've got, I mean, people are going to say things they don't even realize they're going to say themselves, because the time for truth is here. You tell a lie and you lie to yourself, you go down in vibrations, you get diseased, and you cannot stay with the planet. So if you lie and you lie to yourself, you lie to the planet, your vibrations are low. When it's trying to speed up, you will get diseased, you will die. It doesn't mean you will cease to exist. It means you will not be able to keep the fleshly body. The fleshly body exists in light, in truth, in harmony, and in spirit.
Okay, wow. All right. Brother Red Pill, you still there?
Yeah, I'm definitely here.
Okay. You got some questions for Dr. Blair you want to ask?
Do you have any call? By the way, you got any listeners or any bloggers?
Yeah, definitely. We got the chat rooms full right now. Got a lot of people in the chat room seeing right now. We got some callers on the line. We're gonna get to them in the second half of the show.
Okay.
So you'll be able to talk to the people from around the country.
Okay. Yeah, by the way, too, there are some people that contact me, Sister Alicia Murphy. I don't know if she's out there. Still waiting to hear back from you again, Sister. Don't know what happened. She was attempting to bring me one of the schools, which I was trying to get to before All Hallowed Mass, which is a heck of a time this year. I was trying to get that in to have the people do some certain, well, anyway, to get past all of that. And, of course, many of the brothers out there, Brother Rich, of course, you be Brother Rashid, Brother Bowens, all of them again. And I know they have been in contact with me, but things seem to be going kind of slow there in New York. I really wish I could have made this fair. I understand, too, that they're having a fair there, too, with the sisters, Circle of Sisters, but I didn't get invited to that one, but one of my friends did. But I don't see how I can make that. But I'm simply saying, again, the products that I have are good. They are needed. They're needed by anybody who really wants to raise vibrations. And let me say one other thing, and then I'll shut my mouth. Please avoid those shots. If you haven't made a decision by understanding any of the tapes that are out there, and there's 5 different tapes, including some by Dr. Deagle and myself and everybody else, if you take those shots, your first shot puts a chip into you. Okay? The second shot has an adjuvant, which helps to then use a little bit to go a long way. We only had 57,000 brought into the state of Illinois, and I think like 30-something went to Chicago alone. They don't have enough to go around, and you ought to be happy that they don't, because it will only harm you. And if you have melanin and you're really going to take that now, it's going to take the rest of your fight for this month or so, or the rest of this year, just to get rid of it again. It is nothing that can help you, and the way I understand it again, the last batch is a combination of what they would call, to make the so-called swine flu, is Ebola and anthrax. Anthrax wiped out animals in Europe and the United States. Ebola hit in 1898, hit again in 1908, and the only people in Africa that survived it were the Zulus. So that's another thing. We're doing a lot of research on products that can stop that from happening, but the biggest thing you do is avoid the shot. If you know, there are even states now that are talking about seceding from this daggone union simply because of this mandate that they're trying to get across